Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Neek and this is Angelic Light. I'm back with another zodiac reading. Today is going to be for Libra. So if you have Libra placements in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node, this reading may be for you. I'm going to get into the pre-shuffle, but before I do that, I want to remind you to only take what resonates. Don't force anything to fit. If nothing resonates for you today in this reading, that is completely fine, but just keep in mind that time doesn't exist at the level of energy. So if nothing resonates for you today, you can always check back later because something may resonate in the future. But if you do find anything to resonate in this video, make sure you like the video, comment, share, subscribe, and hype it up because that will help to push my content out to others that may need to hear these messages as well, okay? All right, so I do want to apologize for the amount of time it's taken me to get around to you, Libra. It's been about a month since I posted. I've been going through a lot of things on my end. So I've been just prioritizing my own mental health and my own spiritual hygiene and things like that at this time. So many things are going on astrologically, and I am feeling it. Okay, so bear with me. I appreciate your patience, and I'm going to work on, getting back consistent and things, but of course, without neglecting myself or abandoning myself also. Okay, so thank you for understanding. All right, so we're going to get into this pre-shuffle. So the cards that came out for you is a lot about the mind here. We have this card here. It says meditate on the spaciousness of the air. It talks about when you are stuck, picture yourself in an open, airy space with room to move and breathe. Let yourself feel free and empowered. And then we have coffee or tea ceremony. And the objective for this card is to find calm in everyday moments. So it just talks about using a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and just being present as you're sipping that warm drink. Just pay attention to all of your senses, the smells, the taste, the temperature, how it feels, how your body feels as you take a sip, just being present. And then this card here is seed of potential. Plant the seed of potential and nurture its sprouting promise with care and intention. And then your angel numbers, which you have two here. The first one is 1919. And it says cycles, karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, rebirth. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. And then your second angel number is 0110, belief system. Go after what you want, unique, destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. You're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. And then your affirmation card is positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being, and I find serenity. Okay, so many of these cards are talking about your thinking. So at this time, Libra, you may be feeling a lot, or you may be spending a lot of time in your mind, and you may be overthinking a lot, and you may be feeling trapped in your mind. But what I was picking up on is just a lot of the things, a lot of the worries that you're having right now and concerns that you're having right now are all mental concerns. They're all from your mind. They're not physically happening, and this is why the cards that are coming out are directing you to remain present or get grounded into the present. Be present with yourself. It's okay to be in your mind at times, to reflect and things like that, but I'm getting that you have been letting your thoughts consume you, and they are more on the negative side of things. So you may have been entertaining many negative thoughts at this time, and it may be making you feel trapped and stuck like a prison in your mind. So it's just a lot about you just redirecting your thinking to positive thoughts. And then the oracle cards that came out is avoidance, stalemate, celebration, gifts, abundance, transcendence, unity, change, courage, apology, forgiveness, and renewal spark. And then I also saw at the split of the deck, as I was doing the pre-shuffle, I saw separation, longing, and limitations, fear. So it could be, for some of you, it could be something about you were in separation from someone. It can be anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it's somebody that you may be feeling like, because what it says, go after what you want. It may be somebody that you have disconnected from, but you want to reconnect, or you want to give some sort of apology or something like that. Like you want to come together with somebody, for some of you. And like I said, it does not have to be romantic. It could strictly be business. It could be friendship. It could be a family member. It could be anybody that you are not in contact with at this time, that you may be feeling a longing for to reconnect with. So we're going to get into that. I do want to look into this apology, forgiveness, to see what that's about. But with this avoidance stalemate card, I'm getting that you may not be avoiding this work that you're doing anymore. You may not be avoiding actually sitting and looking at the cycles that you may have been repeating, the way of thinking. I'm also getting the energy of somebody starting stuff, starting projects, starting relationships. I just heard that. It could be starting anything, but just starting something and not finishing it, not following through with it, not completing it. And so Spirit is reminding you with the seed of potential card here is that when you plant seeds, continue to nurture them and water them. Continue to stay focused on them. Don't neglect them. And that's the quickest way to get to your manifestations as well. Or that's one of the ways to get to your manifestations as well, or to materialize them, is to remain consistent with pouring into those things, whether it's a relationship or is a project or is a job or whatever the case is for you that you're starting and you're not finishing. Spirit is wanting you to get consistent and get serious about whatever this thing is or these things are in your life. Okay. All right. So Spirit, tell me more for Libras. Tell me about this avoidance stalemate card. Clarify that for Libra placements, please. Okay, well, I was trying to put this back in the deck. It fell out. So we have family, home, commitment, and we have masculine. Clarifying the avoidance stalemate card. Tell me more. Tell me more. We have contracts, commitments, contract, career, commitments. I feel like too, it is something, look, facade beliefs. It is something about, for some of you, it is a relationship. You're avoiding something when it comes to a relationship, a romantic relationship. It could be somebody that you have a family with, or it could also be blood relatives. Like I said, this dynamic when it comes to being a separation from somebody and wanting to reconnect or wanting to hash things out in some way. It could go any way. It could be any type of relationship. It does not have to be romantic. But for some of you, like I said, with this family, home, commitment card coming out here and the engagement ring and the baby shoes, I'm getting that for some of you it is romantic. It could be a romantic dynamic that you may have or may have had with a masculine energy. And keep in mind that when I say masculine and feminine energy, I'm specifically talking about the energy, not the gender of the individual, because men and women, we all have a balance of masculine and feminine energy within us. So when I'm talking about the energy, I'm strictly talking about the energy. So it could be a woman that you may have been connected with that was more in her masculine energy. Or it could be a man that was more in his masculine energy. But I'm getting that for some of you, yeah, it is some sort of commitment to somebody that you may have been avoiding. And it may have been based off of... Tell me more. Tell me more about this. We got waves, emotions coming and going. Yeah. Whatever this thing is. What is this? Clarify this a little bit more. decisions. It's something you got to make a decision about. Any more? We have escapade, vacation, hideaway, adventure. It's like you, and then with waves, I'm getting the beach also. Beach may be significant. And then when I saw the vacation too. So water may be significant, the beach, the ocean. But it's something you have to make a decision on regarding somebody else. Tell me more about this decision. What's the decision? And it may be a fire sign. A fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. That may be significant. And we have happiness, wholeness, overjoyed. Yeah, smiling. Whoever this is, though, is somebody that makes you happy or that you feel like brings joy to your life. I won't say makes you happy because nobody can make you happy. Only you can really make yourself happy. But it's somebody that did bring some sort of joy and happiness to your life. Who is this person? To Libra. Lost, ghosted, blocked, cut off. So it's somebody that either blocked you. It's somebody that either blocked you, Libra, or cut you off, or that you blocked or cut off. Tell me more. Oh, this about to be a messy spread, y'all. I'm doing my best. Yeah, tell me more. Interlude. It's like a pause. Somebody that you're on a break from. Like I'm getting that even if it wasn't intended to just be a temporary thing, it is temporary. Yeah, look. Mercury, messages, travel, communication. It is temporary. The disconnect is temporary with this interlude here. But I'm getting that it wasn't intended to be temporary. Who blocked who? North Node, cosmic purpose. Healing. Inner child. The interlude probably was necessary because it was some sort of healing that needed to take place. Whether it was just on your end or their end or both ends. It was some level of inner child healing that was necessary, that was needed. Look, this is at the bottom of the deck. Detours, divine intervention, fate. Yeah, so it was fated. It was destined for y'all to go through this separation. Look, this at the bottom too. Trash, discarding, thrown out. It was like intended for this separation to happen, but somebody's feeling like trash. They're feeling like thrown. Who is feeling like this? Is it Libra or is it this person who is feeling discarded? Because somebody just feels, look, and then comfort zone, south node, clinging. You know what I'm getting? You know what I'm getting? Yeah. Because look, this at the bottom too. Control tactics. What I'm getting is I'm feeling like it's you, Libra. You're feeling discarded, or you're feeling like, but I always say, take it how it resonates. So if you're on the other side of it, just place yourself where you fit. But I'm getting that for most of you, that this reading is resonating for, that you're the one that's feeling discarded. But what's happening is that I'm getting that, because I'm looking to what caused the separation. But what I'm getting is that it wasn't like you weren't discarded. I feel like it was because with this south node clinging coming out, this comfort zone, south node, and then north node, that's your higher self. This is your lower self, right? And if you're feeling discarded, if you're feeling like you just got thrown out like some trash, right? It could be, I'm feeling like it's a wound though. It's your perception. You're perceiving this separation as like a rejection, as like a negative thing. You're perceiving it as if you were just disposable, but it's the wound. It's like it triggered the wound, this inner child wound that you had within you of abandonment, of being discarded. Maybe you were in connections prior to as well where you were discarded or you were mistreated in some way. And maybe this person creating distance between you two triggered that wound or brought up those memories, those feelings, those old feelings. And that is why the separation was needed, because those were wounds. This person triggered stuff in you that you needed to look deeper at. Yeah, your beliefs. Remember, belief systems. In comparison too, I was picking up on the energy of comparison, because I heard comparison is the thief of joy. So something about you comparing yourself or your, like, who you are, how you look, whether it's your looks or your talents or your gifts or your job or your worth ethic or whatever it is, it's like you comparing that to somebody. I picked up on that. And that's just leaving you more in your head. Tell me about the separation between. Okay, so it may also something about a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It may be a separation from a water sign, or you may have water placements in your chart. Tell me more about the separation between. Which fulfillment? What's the separation? Like, what caused it? We have hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle. So it could have been something around your worth ethic. It could have been something around your attention, or like, I'm getting the energy of somebody like attention span, like being short, a short attention span. So that could have been an issue in the dynamic. It, like your focus, or your focus could have been on, materialistic things, material gain. Tell me more about what caused the separation between. Got higher self, activation, past lack suffering. I'm getting that this person though did activate you, like the triggering that they caused within you. It did lead you to a higher self activation, because it led you inward with this healing inner child, and it led you into seeing, how you were in this lack energy, how you just kind of lived, you kind of festered in a victimhood type of mentality, like you were in lack energy. And that's why I got chasing the money, like chasing paper chasing. That's probably why you were in the energy of chasing after stuff, chasing after money, chasing after status, chasing after whatever it is, chasing. And I always talk about chasing. When you chase something, what does it do? It runs away. So you don't want to chase anything. You want to attract things to you. You want to align with the frequency that you must be on in order to materialize those things, in order to touch those things. You have to align with that frequency. Chasing is force. Flow is alignment. And I'm feeling like that's what you learned in this reflective state that you have been in with the healing inner child. But it's so many growth cards here that I feel like you have done a lot of work, Libra, when it comes to your own evolution, when it comes to your own growth and expansion. Because the North Node cosmic purpose card here, the higher self activation card here, the change courage card is under here. It's like you're no longer avoiding. And that's what I was picking up on with the card. I was trying to figure out the avoidance stalemate card, if you were avoiding something or if you were no longer avoiding something. And I'm just picking up on that you're no longer avoiding, because you have been doing a lot of healing work on your end that was initiated by this person. Like, this person was a catalyst for this awakening for you. I'm also getting that you may have been in like a toxic masculine energy. Like, there may have been an imbalance with your feminine and masculine energies. You were too settled into your masculine. So there was an imbalance with your feminine. Your feminine was neglected. So that could have also contributed to the separation between you and this person. Tell me more. Who is this person though? To Libra. Intervention, rescue, others involved. Verge, about to reveal, confess. It's somebody that you want to take a leap of faith towards, that's for sure. It's like you're feeling very risky when it comes to this person, I'm not feeling like a hold back anymore. Like you don't want to hold back anymore. You want to share with this person. You want to let things flow out. I'm just getting like just telling them everything you've learned, everything you've realized, everything that you've gone through during this separation, and also how they helped with this process, how they kind of initiated it with this pullback energy, with this ghosting energy. You want to share this with them, like where you are now. Tell me a little bit more about who this person is. Remember awakening. Yeah, they were a catalyst for your awakening, Libra. Something may be significant about summertime, but they were a catalyst for this change in you, for sure. I'm not getting though that I'm getting like right now. I'm most of you it is romantic, but like I said, it could go either way. It could be platonic also, but for most of you with this family home commitment card, I'm getting that it is romantic for many of you. What's this decision that Libras have to make? Look, karma, balance, justice. You had to make a decision to balance the scales between you and this person, and I'm getting that you have made this decision. You may be wanting to plan some sort of vacation or getaway with this person. You may want to surprise them with some sort of romantic getaway or something like that. If it is romantic, even if it's not romantic, a girl's trip, a guy's trip, something like that, where y'all can reconcile, y'all can actually spend time together and have these deep conversations, these honest, transparent conversations about what you have experienced. I'm picking up from the energy of this person that they have things that they want to share with you as well. I'm picking up on that. Who's going to reach out? Because with the messages here, who's going to reach out? I'm getting that is you though. Completion, cycles, change. Yeah. I'm feeling like it's you, Libra, that's wanting to reach out to this person, or that's going to reach out to this person. Guilt, sabotage. Yeah, it's you. Because you feel guilty about some things. Like I said, place yourself where you fit. So if this does not apply to you, reverse it. If you're on the other side, if you're not the one feeling guilty, if you're not the one that sabotaged the connection, again, place yourself where you fit, okay? But I'm picking up for many of you, Libra placements, that you are the one. You're feeling guilty. You're feeling like you sabotaged the connection because you were in this toxic and imbalanced masculine energy. And you were so focused on material things. And like I said, your attention span. It's something about your attention span being short. Maybe you got easily bored with this person. I heard routine. Maybe something about them was too routine. But I heard peace too. Ooh. So something about how peaceful this person may have been was disrupting to the toxicity, the vibration that you were on. As when you have an imbalance of masculine and feminine energy, that's a unhealthy level, of masculine energy that you were in. It was like a toxic level of it, and being in toxic masculine energy is a lot of ego is involved. A lot of ego is involved. So I'm getting like petty arguments, unnecessary competition, those sort of things. And it may have just become like it just was a misalignment between you and this person. But I'm getting that you made a decision that you want to approach this person. You find a lot of joy in connecting with this person. You've had time to reflect on what you needed to work on within yourself. How does this person feel about Libra? Too many. How does this person feel about Libras? Oh, they love y'all. Adore, admire, enchantment. They still love you. That's how they feel about you. So what are the possibilities for how things will go between Libra and this person if Libra were to reach out? Oh, wow. We have Venus offer. That is likely to go in your favor how you're wanting it to go, but then lack doubts here. You have a lot of doubts. You have doubts in your mind on how it will go, on how and whether or not this person will receive you. But for this card to pop out first, it's showing that this person, the energy that I'm picking up on right now is that this person is going to be receptive to your communication, your effort to communicate with them. But you are just in your head. That's why Spirit is saying be present, be in a moment. And I wrote this down too in my notes that 90% of your worries, 90% of your problems are in your mind. So you're coming up with these fearful, negative stories about the potential future with this person. When none of this has happened yet, you're just creating these stories in your mind. And as you create these stories in your mind, the more you fester on them and recycle them in your mind, the more you will begin to believe them to be true. And you'll just sink deeper and deeper into this lack energy, into this doubtful energy, into comparing yourself to others. Well, I'm probably not good enough, or they probably found somebody better, and all of this may be true, but also the other way may be true as well. And I'm not picking up on the energy of you focusing or directing your thinking towards a more positive outcome. You're focusing so much on negative possibilities. So that's something that you're needing to work on, Libra, is your thinking, is your mindset, is your belief systems around yourself and around your worth and around what you're deserving of and love and connection, as well as how others will receive you. Like I just feel like a energy of like a fear of being judged, a fear of being misunderstood or things like that. It's like it's all in your mind. And that leads to more self-sabotage. So you don't want to sabotage a situation that you find so much joy in. You don't want to sabotage it again. And I don't even feel like you sabotaged it before, but because it was all purposeful to lead to this pause and this connection so that you can direct your focus back inward. So it's not really a sabotage, but in a sense it was, but it needed to happen, I guess. That's the best way I could say it. But you don't want to sabotage it again, knowing what you know now, is basically what I'm trying to get at. All right, is there anything else that Libra needs to know before I close? Reflection. Yeah, just reflect. Continue to reflect. Take this time to reflect on yourself. Continue to take this time to go inward and really determine, how you're feeling about yourself and how you're feeling about this connection and what you're feeling guided to do, the action you're feeling guided to take when it comes to this connection with this person. What guidance are you feeling? We have twin flame at the bottom too. But what guidance are you feeling? Are you feeling guided towards this person to communicate with this person? But make sure it's being, whatever you're feeling is coming from a place of intuition and knowing, not from fear. Because if you're acting out of fear, and you're acting out of lack and doubt and things like that, you're manifesting from that lower vibration. And that's what you're also going to manifest, is the lack, is the doubt, is the fear, the things that you don't want. So yeah, just take time to reflect. Anything else? Control tactics. Stability, flow, harmony. So yeah, reflect on the ways, because it's something about the ways that the tactics you use to control, to gain or regain or harness control in this situation. And it doesn't have to mean that it was malicious. It could have just been subconscious actions that you were taking based off of your wounded inner child. But Spirit is wanting you to reflect on those things, to really look at yourself, in the mirror with cracks and flaws and all, okay? And really look at yourself, be able to face yourself with all of the flaws, with all of the imperfections, with all of the mistakes that were made, with all of the decisions that were not the best. You have to be able to face yourself in that mirror, face everything that you have done, everything that you have endured, everything that you have put others through, everything you have been through. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror with all of that baggage and still see yourself with love, see yourself with compassion and grace, see yourself with understanding, while also holding yourself accountable, while also preparing yourself to move forward in life without repeating the same things that you have been repeating with the cycles here, without just staying on this hamster wheel, just going in circles. Now it's time for you to move forward on a new path. Okay, but in order to do that, you have to be able to just sit there and actually look at yourself and everything that has contributed to you getting to where you are today. When it comes to, the separation with this person or anything else that may have kind of crumbled under your feet in your life that you may have found joy in. Why has it crumbled? Why did it get there? What part did I play in it? How can I be better and move differently in the future? These are all things that you should be reflecting on and asking yourself before you move forward into contacting this person and trying to reconcile with this person. But I'm seeing with projected here, future days, weeks, months, I'm seeing things going in a positive direction when it comes to you in this situation with this person. Not only you in a situation with this person, but you in this situation with yourself. I see much growth and elevation and more self-confidence within yourself. I'm also feeling a more calm energy, like your mind will calm. Just continue to move forward, y'all. Continue to be patient, but I'm seeing great things coming your way in the upcoming days, weeks, months. Okay? I don't know. We ain't got to pull another one. One more, Spirit. Okay, we have threatened, embarrassed, appearances, thoughts, isolating. Yeah, it's your thoughts. It's your thoughts. You're feeling embarrassed and you're feeling potentially threatened by like how things may go. If this person will reject you, you feel goofy. Like I heard clown, but you feel like goofy for how you may have treated this person. Whatever transpired in this connection, you feel silly and you feel embarrassed. I also heard raw. You feel raw. So you feel seen in a vulnerable way. And then also you reaching out and feeling the urge to reach out to this person and correct things will also put you in a even more vulnerable position. And it's just a lot of fear behind that. I'm feeling fear behind that. And you're just in your head about it. So it's just really your thinking. You have to really work on your thinking, Libra, at this time. And also work on accepting yourself, including your mistakes, while holding yourself accountable. Yes, you made mistakes, or even if it wasn't mistakes, you made decisions that were not the best decisions to make, that were not a best representation of your character and of your heart space because you were in an imbalanced energy. But you have to also be able to see that, to be able to see where you went wrong, the decisions that you made that weren't so great, to be able to see it and hold space for that within yourself. Hold space for yourself. Hold space for your mistakes, your regrets, and things like that. Hold space. Let it come up. Face it. Admit it. Speak it out loud as well. Speaking it out loud, putting a name to your actions and your feelings and things like that can also be helpful. But you have to be able to face you. The shadow, the light, face you. And what's the word? Like admit, be honest. I always say, if you're not going to be honest with nobody else, be honest with yourself about how you feel, about how you went, where you went wrong, about what you regret, about what you would like to change, about how you need to grow, about what you need to work on, about where you're wounded at. Like, being honest with yourself. You must be honest with yourself in order to move forward in this stage of your life. And I'm getting that you have been. So just continue to do that. You're on the right path. Karma is on its way to you. So whatever you've been putting out, expect that to come back, whether that's positive or negative, baby. Okay? But I'm getting that it's a lot of great things that you have to look forward to in the near future, as long as you keep forging ahead on the path that you're on. All right. So those are the messages, Libra. I know they'll reach whoever they need to reach. And until the next message, namaste.